wax my ball sack, my wang, and my butt crack. Without a doubt.
First of all, don't understand the context. Secondly, I still don't. It's wearing like a coat. Like, what are we talking about here?
I mean, I knock it down, but like, if we're judging my facial hair on like how the rest of my body grows hair, like, I mean, how much hair do you just have a mustache? Like, do you keep pube? Like, what do you do, Dave? What do you do, Dave? Or you're not open for this? You're not open for internet judgment on pubic hair? I had two beers.
This is off to a terrible start because I'm pretty sure our internet is terrible right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You are still looking down at the corner.
Let's call him Elsa.
Elsa.
Frozen.
Let it go.
It's frozen.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let it go.
No, I only heard like 1/4 of what you said.
Dave, if you're not... If you don't gotta shave your fucking crack and your sack, like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm just a hairy male. Am I just a hairy guy?
I don't know if you can't hear us or we can't hear you, but either way, somebody's internet is terrible.
This is terrifying.
Now he's black. I don't know what.
I have full bars. I have full fucking bars. Dude, you're Frozen City, dude. You're a fucking Elsa-ing. I'm coming? No, nothing. It's better. Yeah, Dave's gone. I had a super cool topic for this week, and I hope Dave can play it because history's a lie, people. I know I said a few weeks ago none of this shit is real. Here's Dave rejoining the lot. Ooh, Eve's in on the pod today. Ooh, look at you. The producers are here, dude. The reproducers. That's what we should call it.
Oh my God.
Dave and I are the refounders, and you guys are the reproducers. Dave, you're fucked, dude. You got to unplug some routers, dude. I have full bars.
Dude, we're gonna have to like end this because I can't hear a fucking thing you're saying.
This is terrifying.
It could be my internet. It's bad.
It's definitely.
It's your internet, dude. Fucking move.
It's bad.
Fucking move.
We moved 5 minutes and we went from the super fast internet to it doesn't exist here.
Dude, I'm Gucci. I have full bars. I can send dick pics through this internet that I got right now. Well, I mean, it depends on who I'm sending a dick pic to. There's only one person I need to send a dick pic to.
You just send it, I'm right.
Show a dick pic. Actually, I have to use this app for work, and like you know how like you have to allow access. So I have to not allow access so that whatever the company cam app is doesn't have my cock in the mass metadata to sell me ad revenue based on my penis length.
I can kind of hear you again, so I don't know. Let's try this all over again now. 4 minutes into the show, right?
It's 4 minutes, dude. Time flies when you're having fun.
It's 4 minutes into the show. It's the first time I've heard you say anything at all,
dude. It's your internet. It's your fucking backwoods, fucking inbred hamster.
I get it. It doesn't matter. I'm just telling you, it wasn't good. So, regardless, I don't think anyone knows what was happening.
We talked about manscaping, David. Clearly, like every other good podcaster out there, because it's the greatest razor in human history. I will shamelessly plug a product that we don't have ads for, but one day we will. Manscaped.
I just use a regular razor. I don't understand what the
razor with shaving cream.
I just razor and water, dude.
You just shit, dude. See, now I'm curious. Like, how much body hair do you have? Like, how hairy is your arms and thighs? I think you could tell. You could.
My thighs aren't super hairy. My calves are hairy. My arms
Calves
have.
don't count
I
on a
mean,
man.
they have some hair.
I think to be hairy as a man,
I
you
got
have
hair.
to have overly hairy forearms like I do, and your thighs have to be hairy.
I have pretty standard hairy arms. I don't know. They're not like no hair.
If you don't have like hair on your inner thighs, you probably could get away with water. I have to manscape. I need a special razor, Dave. If you're just judging on beard hair.
No, I'm not a gorilla.
Yeah, I shave my armpits. They get too bad, David. I gotta knock them bitches down too. Where I'm fucking, it's terrifying.
No, don't do that.
Do you remember when we worked with that guy that? Never mind, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Dave.
Ryan, I have Eve here specifically for one story.
The reproducer.
The reproducer.
Yeah, if we're the refounding fathers, Sam and Eve are the reproducers.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Because they also reproduce.
She's here, Ryan. This is serious. She's here for one story because I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you've seen it, but I haven't actually seen the clip yet. But I've watched a bunch of people share a clip Tucker Carlson shared, making fun of him for believing in demons or some shit. I don't know.
Is this linked to UFOs, David?
No, I didn't watch his clip, but Eve will tell the story about the demons because if you want to call it demons, I don't care. The scratches, because I don't know if anyone would believe me, and I don't know if you ever heard this story.
No, I don't know anything about this, David.
Okay,
but
we're gonna tell this story, and then we're gonna compare it to Tucker Carlson's story because I'm super interested because everyone's going crazy, making fun of him, saying he's full of shit, whatever. But like, I can tell you firsthand experience. I've seen it happen.
I'm super intrigued, David.
Eve, tell the story.
Can you hear me?
You have to be loud, like actually loud.
No, get on mic. Reproduce.
We have one mic, Ryan.
Okay, I can't, but can you hear me?
That's much better, yes.
Okay, so this has happened for years. So keep in mind.
How many years?
Like,
hold on. I don't want to interrupt you, but I'm just going to say, if you're going to say anything about dates and times, I need you to be specific because if we're talking about demons, people will do everything in their power to discredit spiritual beliefs because they themselves are not spiritual.
Literally,
and
from the
I believe you.
That I was
I
at
believe
Dave's
you.
apartment. Like, it started.
Oh shit!
Like we're talking. Me and Dave started talking when I was, I don't know,
2009, 2007.
Well, we didn't hang out right away, so I can't say for sure it's been exactly 15 years. But it's been close to 15 years of this where Dave just randomly gets scratches on him. And it's not for me, people. It's not for me. So, I don't know how many times it's been in total, but it'll be like, I know.
Is it more or less than 20?
Less than 20, for sure, but more than 5.
Once a year on average?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Is it around the same time of the year?
No, it's just random. Where I'll be like, I don't even know how I notice it. It'll be like, I don't know, we'll be getting in the shower or he'll be like getting dressed in the morning before work or something and I'll just look at him and be like, what is this? So the first time I ever noticed it was really bad. There were 3 scratches across his back. 3. Not more than 3. 3. Like deep scratches across his back. But not like up and down. They were like sideways. And I was like
that.
Yeah. I'm like, what in the hell? So he couldn't see him, of course. I'm like, Dave, what did you do to your back? Because he like scratches in his sleep and stuff. So I kind of assumed he did it to himself. And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like looking. I'm like, there's no way that this is from a person. Well, first I think I accused him of going to see a girlfriend. I was like, oh, did you go hook up with someone? And
I love the way the female brain is wired.
He's like, no, Eve, no. And I'm like, okay, but you couldn't have these. So, yeah, it's about once a year. It hasn't happened since we moved into this house. And it happened.
But now that you said it, it will happen.
Well, so in his apartment, it happened a lot. When we moved into our first house, it happened less, but it was still pretty frequent, and it wasn't always on his back. Like, one time they were on his face, one time they were on his arm.
Do they hurt, David, when it happens? Do they burn, or you don't know? You almost don't know that you have them.
Did I ever?
You have never pointed them out to me. I have always pointed them out to you. I
never noticed them.
I always point them out to you, and it's always somewhere random. And I'm always like, "Wow, Dave, you have scratches. Like you have a scratch on your face this time." And it's obviously not me. Like I'm not scratching his face up.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just
kidding. It's not. It's not me.
Okay, so can I ask a couple questions?
Go for it.
When was the last time it happened? More or less than a year ago.
It's been over a year now because it hasn't happened since we bought this house.
Okay, and so as you got more into the country, it happened less?
I don't know. Our old house is kind of as much country as this house is, I would say. The neighbors here are closer than our neighbors were at our other house.
Dave, are you a believer, personally?
Well, here's the thing. Dave didn't have a clue what that meant until I pointed it out and said, that's the sign, like, that's a sign of a demon, like, touching you in your sleep. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, that's what, like, the saying is if you finds 3 scratches on you when you wake up, that, like, a demon touched you. And he's like, oh,
well,
shit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, you would assume that the inverse would be the same, right? Ominous dominus matrix, you know? Do you have a cross in your house at all?
Here? Yes, there's actually one down here. Before? No. His apartment? No. And our first house? No.
I'm just saying. Okay. So did they hurt David? Obviously they didn't hurt. I mean, I know you're a manly man, but like
I don't remember them exist. Like I literally don't remember them.
You didn't know they existed till Eve told you.
Oh. Right.
Did you try to dismiss this as something?
No, I just went. I mean, when she said that, I kind of went with it. Made sense.
Okay.
If nothing else would have made sense.
Literally nothing else. Because at that point, when they first started, the first time I ever noticed the one that was on his back, they were deep. They were like I'm not going to say they were.
Do you sleep on your back?
I move all over the place in my sleep.
Or on your stomach, right? Okay.
I'm all over.
Usually on your stomach or your side, though. You don't sleep on your back very often.
The time on his face, was there something? Do you recall something going on in your life that would were you going through family issues? Was there some kind of?
Not that I remember specifically.
Okay. You got not. I almost don't want to curse you, but I would imagine that it's going to happen sooner than later because we're talking about it.
Well, the first time it happened when we bought our house. So it happened not a lot, but more when we lived in our apartment. We moved back we moved back to PA. We bought our house, and it happened less, but it was still a lot. But there was other shit that happened at that house that was really fucking creepy.
Energy's real shit.
Nolan, when he was a kid, would point out how creepy our house was. He would be talking about the people on the stairs. I'm like,
I just got goosebumps, dude. That's eerie shit.
Don't talk about the people on the stairs, Nolan.
This isn't like
when you ignore them, they want attention. I believe this is my belief. I'm not a fucking.
So this isn't demons specifically, but when I was younger, I used to see and feel things that other people couldn't see or feel.
Oh my god! You know what I just realized? After the African statue thing, that's when I didn't see him anymore.
Do you know about the African? Oh, he doesn't know about the statue either.
Move that over so he can hear me. So I'll have to send you pictures. I'm pretty sure I still have them on my phone. I have a weird oddity. If I see something and I think, oh, this is cool, I have to buy it. So a lot of knickknacks or old things from thrift stores.
Jordan Peterson would say that that's not a weird thing. That's the thing speaking to you. Carl Jung would say that thing is speaking to you. You are not drawn to it.
Well, they do.
Well, it's drawn to you.
They definitely do speak to me because it's just random things. Like that guy behind me.
Not random.
The colonial guy. He came from the freaking thrift store.
Yes, it's not random though. I
thought to myself, like, I can't leave him here. He has to come home with me. So I was at a Goodwill. I don't even remember which one. And I was looking around, and there was this tall, it's probably like 1.5 feet tall wooden statue of an African man. And I was like, I need this. This is coming home with me. So I bought it. I brought it home. I put it up on top of my china hutch. And he sat there. And it was like, as soon as we brought him home. No, he was fine for a little bit. That's not true. He was fine. My brother went to Mardi Gras and brought me back a coconut. One of the ones that's like blessed or cursed or I don't know.
It's got a painted face.
It's got a painted face on it, and he said that it's like a big deal down there that these people paint faces, like I don't know if they're demon faces or what, on coconuts. But I had one of so he brought me back one of those. So I also put that up on top of my china hutch across from my African statue. Well, after we got the coconut, the African statue started moving on its own. It would like literally turn its whole body to face the coconut. So at night we would go to bed, and in the morning this fucking statue, like I would turn it back. I would literally turn it back and bitch at him and be like, "Can you please stop moving? Like stay where I'm putting you. Stop turning." He would literally turn his body to face the fucking coconut.
Super.
And then Dave at first didn't believe me, I don't think. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to test this. I stopped dusting. I stopped wiping the top of the china hutch. And I waited. And after there was enough dust on there, you could see.
You've seen the trails.
You could see the tracks of where he had fucking been moving.
Now, unless you were getting up in your sleep and moving it, no one else was moving it, right?
Well, the really fucked up part of that is one day Dave finally, because he would jump off the china hutch. He would dive down off of the china hutch, and he broke himself. Like, he broke his beard in half because he was wood. So I put him back up
Beard's there. Very symbolic, Dave. We talk beards all the time on the program, don't we?
Well, Dave bitched at him. Dave like walked over there and was literally bitching at this statue, and he started shaking. The statue was shaking while Dave was bitching at him. And I was like, Dave, I don't know, man.
I never heard this story.
No, we don't tell people the story because the African statue is still in our house, but now he doesn't move because I separated him and the coconut. The coconut is in one room where he can't see it. He's in the living room with us where he gets to look at us all day. And now he doesn't move.
I think you burn them both, to be honest.
No, I can't burn the African statue. I love him.
I think you have to burn the African statue and set the spirit free that's trapped within the vessel. I don't think you don't get.
Wouldn't you just burn the spirit, Rant?
You can't burn spirits, David. They're extraterrestrial.
You don't know what we can burn.
But after we just said that, like, that's what happened. I bought that. I bought that statue.
Okay. Keep in mind, the reason we brought the demon story up is because Tucker Carlson. Ready? So
wait, ask Brian if he has any more questions for me, because I can't really hear you and I can't sit like this.
Do you have other questions before I bring up the Tucker Carlson? Because I'm curious about how close the stories are.
David, you know that I could have infinity questions because I'm the greatest. I have the greatest imagination of collective human history. But I will tell you that now that you have talked about this, it will happen again because that's the way it works. But go do your Tucker Carlson thing.
I'm just curious. I didn't listen to the clip. I don't know what he says. Just for the record. I just know a bunch of people shared it and were mocking him. And then I'm like, wait a minute.
This happened.
I've had this happen to me.
And then I go to bed with my wife and 4 dogs who sleep in the bed. My wife said 4 children. My dogs are hunting dogs. All 5 of them wake up like that. Like we have no home invaders in my house. I wake up at 2:30 in the morning. I check and I couldn't breathe at all. My throat was closed. It wasn't like I was apnea or was strong as I couldn't breathe. So I get up,
takes the air out of the
bedroom, and I'm like, wow, I'm dying. I could feel myself starting to gray out. And then I started walking in the backyard, and then it slowly came back. Like my throat kind of opened up a little bit. I was like really weirded out. I walk back in, and my wife wakes up, She goes, what is going on? I said, I don't know. I can't breathe. I feel better now. And all of a sudden I had this horrible pain underneath my arms, like on the side of my chest, like bad. I thought I'd been like ripped with a knife or something. It just was very intense. So I go into the bathroom, I flip on the light, and I have claw marks on both sides.
Eve said she has a picture of them?
From March 14th of 2019. I shared it on Facebook. One time when we lived in our apartment, demons scratched Dave's back just like this. Now they have scratched his face. It's not funny, but it is. Freaking demons. This is
wow.
like these are the scratches that would be on his body.
Okay, just so you know, they don't like being mocked. It's kind of like
you can see that, right? You see how deep that is?
Yeah. They don't like being mocked.
Yeah, those are pretty fucking deep. I don't remember them being that bad.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Of course not, Dave.
How there's 3 of them? 3. Okay, you can continue on now, but I thought that I had shared it at one point.
They don't like being mocked.
Well, they don't attack me. They only attack Dave.
Right, and you got to ask yourself, why is that?
I control them.
On right and left side on my ribs. And
no, because it goes God, man, woman, child.
That's why. They're literally claw marks, 4 on either side. I put my fingers in them, don't fit my fingers, and I sleep on my side. So how could? And by the way, no one woke up, so I show my wife, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I have this like crazy intense desire to read the Bible. So I read the Bible, and I pass out in like 2 minutes, and I wake up, and the next morning I thought, "Man, did I have a wild dream?" And then I see blood in my sheets, and I go in the bathroom, and I have these bloody marks. And my wife goes, I think you were attacked by some supernatural being. And I was like trying to be logical about it. And I was like, yeah, I definitely was. And then I called one of my producers who's like, oh yeah, well, that's pretty common. I was like, what? And I've had a couple other experiences.
Definitely slightly different. I think he said his were 4, mine were 3. And his hurt. Mine, I don't remember feeling mine. Interesting.
Yours were deep.
Oh, they were definitely deep.
So just so everyone saw the proof, like, this has been going on since that's the only time I ever posted a picture, so 2019. But it happened before that because I referenced it in that picture. And now we just don't, I don't know, now when I notice scratches on you, we don't really make a big deal about it because it's just normal, I guess.
No, yeah, you should make it big.
I'm like the producer. Oh, that happens more than you'd think.
Yes, you should make a big deal about it. Are we surprised? Like, I mean, I'm going Tucker's side, not your guy's side right now. But are we surprised?
What, that people are making fun of Tucker?
Well, no, I mean that spiritual entities come and attack people that they don't like.
Am I surprised? I'm not surprised in the slightest.
Okay.
I do think it's funny that people on the right who at least pretend to be religious and spiritual think this is crazy. And I'm not like mocking religion or anything. That's not what I'm getting at. But the point is, like, you believe in God, but you don't believe in demons? Does that make any sense?
When the devil runs the world, David, everything's upside down. Eve, the reason, I know she can't hear me, but Dave, the reason that the demons come for you and not her is because, okay, the divine order is God, man, woman, children. The man is the spiritual protector of the house. He is endowed by the very same creativity and the creation that the Creator gave David.
Is it possible he comes for me because I believe in God?
100%, David. They don't come from non-believers. David, atheists aren't waking up with claw marks on them.
That's why Eve's safe.
Yes. It's not funny.
It's funny.
How's it funny? Do you think that they attack him to make you a believer?
No.
My faith would get stronger if I woke up and my girlfriend or my kid had claw marks on them. My faith would get stronger, not weaker. I asked about the cross because crosses are the only thing that can drive away negative energy is a cross. It's basically like a magnet. It's a reverse magnet. If there's evil, there must be light, and there must be good. So the cross is the opposite of the anti-cross. And I'm not saying anything religious here. Like, you can go Wiccan even if you want. Like, you can go Wiccan if you want. You can go pagan. You can. There's a history of these things throughout all of human history.
I don't know.
I've shared with you my experiences with Jesus, with God, with the devil. I told you the day I saw God and the devil. I told you the other week that this shit ain't real. Not that it's not real, but we're in this is a spiritual prison.
I don't know. The cross story was pretty crazy.
The cross story is crazy. Even crazier, David. Did I tell you about how the man that raised me died a couple weeks ago? He died. Okay. Was it today or yesterday? Yesterday was his memorial, and I didn't know about it. Okay, that very cross, David, that I told you that story about the cross, it got broken. It got broken when I was moving, like cracked, like Jesus fell off. A piece of the cross fell off. There's 4 little gold things on each side of the cross. 2 of those fell off. Yesterday, at the very same time as his memorial, Mark's memorial, I put all of the cross pieces together. I didn't know it was his memorial till later in the day. I missed the memorial. I didn't know. But at the very same time the memorial was going on, I was putting together the cross. I can show you the timestamps on my phone. I took a picture of the cross because my daughter wanted me to take a picture of the cross. I reassembled the cross. At the very same time that Mark's funeral, his procession was going on. It's not coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence. Albert Einstein, the smartest guy that ever exists, one of them, said that coincidence is God's way of staying unanimous. And if that guy who invented physics or discovered physics and believed in string theory and 9 dimensions or 7 dimensions strung through black holes and fucking metaphysics, if that guy can believe that, why wouldn't you? If somebody way smarter than you, if Socrates, if Plato, if Aristotle all believed, why wouldn't you? I think it's foolish to not believe in spirits. I think it's foolish to not believe in God. Every book and everything that we have comes from God and spirits. Science itself came from universities, which the universities stemmed from academia. The academia stemmed from fucking churches, literally. The reason they started studying science was to study the nature of the universe so they could better understand God. And obviously, if there is a positive or a light in the universe, David, there must be a negative. There must be a dark. Because the universe is yin and yang, is it not? Star Wars is the easiest analogy you can sell your kids to, which is why it's so powerful. Which is why even in the Return of the Jedi, David, at 9 years old boy, I could understand why Luke Skywalker would want to join his father in the dark side. Why it's very easy to be filled with hate and resentment and bitterness and suffering. It's actually easier to believe in that than to believe in that everything happens for a reason and that you're a good person and that life is worth fighting for. I don't think Tucker Carlson's lying, and I don't think his dog scratched him.
No, you know a dog scratch when you see a dog scratch.
Well, it doesn't suck all the air out of the room. Demons you can't see. David, you were the first one to show me the peacock mantis shrimp. This was actually as dumb as it sounds. Yes, it boils water. It punches so fast on the ground it can boil water. I'll never forget the one thing it said. If you could throw a baseball as hard as that thing could punch, you could throw a baseball into orbit from the ground. That's the equivalent for a human. Okay? Insane. But the thing that blew me away with that thing was that it had so many rods and cones in its eyes that it saw a spectrum of light and a spectrum of color that humans can never, ever see, because we literally do not possess the biological requirements to see that spectrum of light. Just like UV, just like infrared, just like any visible thing on the spectrum of light that we don't have. Okay. That was one of my first inclinations of actually believing in God, because clearly if a mantis shrimp can see colors I can't see, there must be realms or prisms or planes of view or sectors that I can't see with my eye. And the reason I can't see them is because if we could see the spirit realm, we'd probably be fucking terrified. Like, if you could see all the demons out in the world, you would never leave your house. Like, just think about it logically.
The crazy thing is every once in a while, though, some will make themselves available.
And why do they do that?
That's a good question. And why don't they do it for everybody?
They can't do it for everybody, David. And also, they don't have to do it for everybody because most people don't believe in God. So the demons already won. They only come for the believers, David. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I've been baptized. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus as the Son of God. That's why they target me. It's that simple. Once again, how disagreeable was Jesus to hang on a cross, David, to tell the Roman emperor to suck off? Probably disagreeable. Had to be the most disagreeable person in ancient fucking Rome. I can't believe I can't believe Jordan Peterson never said that, to be honest with you. The guy that invented all these personality tests never thought about Jesus just being disagreeable. He was just like, well, Christ is kind. No, that guy was just fuck you. He was fuck you to the end. I'm the Son of God. Everybody else get fucked. How many people live with that level of vitriol, David? Nobody but Jesus, right? Right? By definition, Jesus is the only one to say he's the Son of God. Now, I know he filled prophecies and everything else, David. I am a true believer that demons only come for those that believe. The only reason that my life is hard is because I believe in a God. The devil will give you everything he wants. He will give you everything you want. He will help you. He'll have you have a good life. He'll take it at the end. But God doesn't give you nothing you can't handle, right? That's what they literally say. God giveth, God taketh, right, David? The coincidence that you wake up scratched because you believe in God and Eve doesn't isn't a coincidence. Just by definition, it's not a coincidence. You're obviously not doing it to yourself, and she's not attacking you in your sleep. I'd almost wager, David, that their touch is so strong and so light that you don't actually know that they touch you, which is why we can't feel them. I personally believe, David, you said you feel auras or whatever. I personally believe that I hear them. And that's because I am an artist of sound. I have my voice, right, is my instrument, right? But I get goosebumps. My ears ring. And it's not tinnitus because it comes and goes. And the times I feel the most spiritual, when I have a spiritual experience, my ears ring. I realized it many years ago in 2020. And then I came on the podcast. I've told you guys about staring to the light, seeing God and the devil. I've told that story. But since that day of seeing God and the devil, well, I asked God to show me the devil, and then I asked God to save me. Ever since that day, my life has been infinitely more challenging, but it has been indefinitely more rewarding because there is no dark without light, right? It doesn't surprise me that in the day and age where everything's going on, that Tucker Carlson maybe the only truth speaker out there is getting clawed. Also, I think it's ironic it would be on the back, David, your shoulders, because Atlas, the Olympic god, held up the world on his shoulders, David. The weight of the world is on your shoulders. The shoulders are basically the legs of your upper body. And to go further, David, when the devil runs the world, everything's upside down, right? God walks with you, but what does the devil do? He makes you hold weight. He tries to crush you from the top down. Because to him, the top is actually the bottom, right? Because the world's upside down. It's not semantics. It's literally not semantics. I would put a cross in every room in your house. Especially in Nolan's room. And make sure he sleeps under it. And I would burn the voodoo and the African guy together.
He said I can't.
You have to. You don't get to choose. The reason you think you can is because you don't think it's important. You're still clinging to the idea that this thing has value that you gave it, when in reality it has value outside of anything you could give it.
His spirit is alive in there.
So set it free. The reason they sacrifice and do all that shit in New Orleans is because New Orleans is under sea level. That's why Katrina hit it so bad. That's why they have catacombs there. Necropolises. They have to actually bury their dead above ground in New Orleans because when they dig, it's water. When they dig in the ground, there's water. They can't bury people. It's below sea level. That's where Day of the Dead. I don't know the whole story, but I do loosely remember this. But that's where it all goes back to. I don't doubt this 100%, Dave. Put a cross in every room in your house. Make sure no one sleeps under.
Yeah. No, when I saw that story, I thought it was interesting because I immediately went, had it happen.
I'll say this about Tucker Carlson. He just had a guy on about chemtrails.
Yeah.
The United States government has admitted to geoengineering and chemtrails.
Is it still a conspiracy, even when the government admits it?
Admitted it in the court of law. They caught him. They caught him with the soil samples, David.
It's just water vapor, right, Ryan?
So by default, I should be able to go down to the United States Air Force Base in Buffalo here and stab all of those air tanks, right, David, and just spill all of that shit into the atmosphere, right? Because it doesn't matter.
It's all water vapor. It's just exhaust from the plane, Ryan.
I literally have pictures for decades of this. I didn't need Tucker Carlson to tell me. I have common sense. History, religion, politics, and art, right, David? Make common sense.
Trust your senses.
Trust your senses.
Can you compile a list of all the people who made fun of you for that?
It's everybody I've ever known but you. Everybody we worked with, other than Joe Nowicki. Very few people I've ever met believe in the chemtrail thing. And I only got into chemtrails, David, because it started with guns, right? I always tell you guys about this. It started with guns and then the founding fathers. But then when I realized that they were poisoning the food and water, genetically modified organisms, David, right? The plastic in the water, the hormonal birth control in the water.
Turn the drugs gay. Also not a conspiracy.
Been saying that for 10 years, over 10 years. I got laughed in out of rooms. I'm not wanting an apology. I didn't need a government document when I can look up in the sky and watch the shit get poured out the ass end of a plane, because I never remember that as a kid. So do with it what you want. 5G brain control is the next thing to come out, and so is the vaccines.
Yeah, I think the vaccines are coming out next.
Yeah, it's got to. I think it's just a natural cause.
That's again though, that's a trust your instincts thing. Like we watch these things happen in real life, and then we still have doubt. Like I don't understand. We watched a geoengineered, literally in a lab, virus. We watched them come out with a cure for the virus in record speed somehow, and then we watched all these people drop dead in front of us, all at the same time, and we think again, no, it's all coincidental. And really, oh, this scientist,
David,
this one study
it's really easy. It's really easy to sell things as coincidental when people don't believe in divine intervention. And if you believe in divine intervention, David, like you and I do, you also believe in the opposite of divine intervention. I don't know if I've ever actually been attacked by demons in my sleep or scratched, but I do know that I've seen them. I have guarantee you I've bumped into people that were possessed. Because once
some of the stuff we've talked about on the show. I mean, if you talk about like you seeing a demon, my demon scratches that we've just talked about, the time when I literally teleported to the future and fucking saw something that didn't happen until fucking years later, like just like crazy shit, like breaking the space-time continuum, Ryan. Like I don't know how else to explain that. Like how else do you explain seeing something that you've never seen before and then seeing it in real life? Like I just, that's fucking madness.
It's not madness, David, if you're gifted by God. But the people that don't have the gift of God are going to tell you that you're the egotistical one. I'm sure Jesus had a big ego, David, when he was hanging on that cross. I'm joking, obviously. Because he knew why he was here. But to prove your point, to go further on your point, David, like, I didn't even just see a demon. I asked God to show me the devil. And then I told the devil to go fuck himself. And then after I told him to fuck myself, all of my family got unhealthy. All of them. I won't spill the business on the internet. But all of them got unhealthy. Suffered from mental illness. They got into drugs. And maybe it's because they had lesser faith than me or whatever, but that's not what it's. I'm not saying that I was the super. There's fucking millions of people that have way better faith than me. I understand that I'm more intelligent.
Like who, Ryan? Like Charlie Kirk?
I mean, who's left after him? Not Ben Shapiro. Nobody's believing him.
Tucker's getting fucking demon scratches in the middle of the night.
What happens when Tucker gets what happens when Tucker hangs himself? Because you damn well know if the police were to show up to Tucker Carlson's house in the middle of the night, he's possessed by a demon and they fucking shoot him or God forbid something fucking happened to him. He said he lives in the middle of nowhere. You don't think that demons like to come to people in the dead of night?
He does live in the middle of nowhere, but he also invites people to his house to do podcasts, which is which is a very ballsy move on his part. Because a lot of people know where he lives.
Yes. But why does he make sure a lot of people know where he lives, David? You think he's telling this story by accident? There's a movie, Fallen, with Denzel Washington. Go watch it. He tries to trap a demon in the middle of the desert, the middle of the woods. The demon gets away by going into a cat, and then the cat eats a mouse. He gets into a mouse or a hawk or whatever the fuck it is. Spoiler alert, the movie came out in 1980 something, so if you haven't watched it by now, it's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen.
Was Denzel an angel or something? I don't think I saw the movie, but
Denzel was a police officer, and he does investigations. And the way that he catches the demon, David, is that he noticed the guy that committed all these murders was right-handed his whole life. But after a certain point, all of the murders were done with his left hand. Who is known to be left-handed, David? Lucifer. The devil. Demons are known to be left-handed. Because when the devil rules the world, everything is upside down. Now, people just say hands are all blah, blah, blah. The thing is the right side of your brain is the logic, David. That's like when you dig into the mythos and you dig into biology and psychology, there's a lot. It's weird how much religion and the Bible knew about human biology, even though they never had a microscope. The Buddhists and the Taoists believe that everything's connected. They proved metaphysics 5,000 years before metaphysics was even invented. As if you can invent some force of nature. Just like we're not created, we're just manifested. I don't believe every time that a man, unites with a woman will say, David, that you're going to make children, because it's only in divine timing that people are actually built. And I was told that by my father, the biggest womanizer I know. He probably dumped loads in everybody.
You got to have so many family members you don't know about.
Yeah, I heard there's a black twin set out there. So I can say the N word.
Don't think that gives you an N-word pass, right?
Well, Nick Fuentes can say it, so I can say it, David.
I don't think he's supposed to.
I actually seen a video of black people reacting to him, and it is simply spectacular. Yeah, David, I think more than anything, like the key takeaway here is like, how much more proof do people actually need to believe that like what we're dabbling in? I told you guys it's not real. Not that it's not matters. I know the shit. It has 3 planes of existence. The only 3 that I understand, and time in my mind, right? The time is the 4th plane of dimension. I understand that the shit's like, to my concept of real is real, but it's not. Like, we are spiritual people. And the people that don't feel spiritual, maybe they haven't leveled up in this life or the next life to understand that this is a spiritual thing. But I've heard it for as long as I've been involved in all of these conversations, that it's a spiritual battle between good and evil. That's all this comes down to. There's stories about George Washington getting horses shot out from underneath him, and he would charge lines of Haitians or Hessians or whatever it is. It was German mercenaries that fought for the British. And they would literally point their gun right at him, all of them, and shoot at him. And the holes would just get blown through his coat. He never would get hit by bullets. He was called the unkillable president or something. Ben Carson talks about it on a podcast, and it's removed from our history books. George Washington used to pray for his soldiers and everything before every battle. Divine providence. In the name of providence. Now, we think Providence, like, there's Providence, Rhode Island or Ohio, or we think like the eye of Horus, which we have the eye of Providence on the dollar bill. Like, when you look into what Providence means, it means above. It sits above. It's the all-seeing eye. And people have turned that into the Machiavelli, the Illuminati, which it very well could be. But those people, Lucifer, just like Lucifer, David, cannot make anything of his own. He has to take what is there and manipulate it. This place is a test. I truly believe that. You're tested here. And the shitty people come back until you learn your lesson. And then you got to ask yourself, what happens when we don't die, right? Like, with all this accelerating towards robots. Dave, I want to talk to you about this quick. I'm done with political parties. I said this for a while, but I am a nationalist, pro-humanist. That's what I am. You will not contrive me to any political party because I believe in everything. I've come on this program and said just give free college, give money away to people, give everything away to everybody because this shit actually doesn't matter. I truly believe that at this point, capitalism is just weaponized against us to keep us fighting amongst liberals so that they can replace me with a robot. And then they're just going to give me socialistic and communism tendencies anyways. But they want to be able to pick the winners and choosers. They want to be able to leverage the communist and socialist in whatever fashion that they see fit. And that's the difference. Before, in the 1980s when Reagan was running, yeah, sure, we had some Republicans, we had some capitalism. But with robots, capitalism don't exist with robots. It literally is physically impossible. With AI, capitalism cannot exist with AI. It's physically impossible. Rogan had on Elon. He talked about money and purpose. Rogan had on Brett Weinstein, talked about money and purpose. What happens to humans when we just give them everything? They have no purpose. Frederick Dostoevsky or Friedrich Nietzsche, whoever it was, he said if humans only had to lay on a beach and eat cake and worry about the reproductive rights of their species, then the first thing they would do is tear that system down because they would have to justify their existence. They'd be so bored. I've given things to people and watched them ruin it because they didn't earn it. Cain and Abel. There's an old story about a Roman fence. I don't know this. I'm loosely remembering it. It's like a parallel. It might be an African story. But for like however many years, there was a fence built or a wall built. And the people a few hundred years were removed from the initial building of the fence or the wall. And they were like, why the fuck is this wall here? It's preventing X, Y, and Z. And they're like, well, we'll tear it down. They tore the wall down and everything they had, they lost because the wall was actually keeping out the things from the outside that their ancestors 1,000 years ago understood. And this is the same thing with religion. This is the same thing with
it's the monkey banana test with the water. I'm very vaguely remembering that as well, but wasn't that the thing? The group of monkeys, and they'd run up to grab the banana. When they went to get the banana, they got sprayed.
Yep. Eventually, they just stopped,
and they
even
though start picking
they
ones out.
Yeah.
So then eventually there were 5 monkeys who knew to not grab the banana, but they didn't know why. Because it was literally like ingrained into them because all the monkeys would freak out and beat the shit out of the new monkeys, and then they'd slowly replace them until it was a bunch of monkeys that were never sprayed with water.
Now take that thing and do it to God. We're so far removed from our grandparents, which were the last generation to believe in God, that we get beat over the head for believing in God. So why would you believe in God? And then when you don't believe in God, the devil has all the room to enter the realm, which is why you get scratched. Because Eve allows it by not having faith. The only thing that protects you from getting scratched is your faith. And I would wager, David, that those moments you get scratched are low points in your life. Or high points in your life. Promotions, children, moving.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't know.
Nope, not when Nolan was born, not when we moved.
I don't know. It's hard. It hasn't happened for a while, so like going forward, maybe I'll pay attention and see, like, try to hyperanalyze it or whatever. But I don't know. Before it happened, and
well, what I would do is go to a pastor and tell him your experience and be like, "Have you ever heard of this? Is this a common thing in Christians?" Because if you share a similarity to Tucker Carlson's story, I'm sure he's not the only one. Because you're not the only one.
No,
and then when you right
again, Tucker's producer. What does he say? Oh, it's more common than you think.
You can collapse the timeline. Then you can also work with those people. Be like, well, what are we all doing that is causing this to happen? After all, David, we are alkalized biochemical electric machines. biologically. That write in code, biological computer code. I didn't expect this on the pod today, but I love it.
I had to give you the Tucker story.
I think you burn those statues.
No.
You don't know that. You can't tell me that because you don't have faith in God. Like here's the thing. Those totems bind the thing in the realm to the physical space.
They're just babies.
No,
they're not. Just babies.
You're not gonna. You can't say that.
Soldier.
You honestly can't say that and have Dave get scratches.
No, he's been fine now.
Right, because he has faith, and you have a cross in your house. I bet you as Dave gotten scratched, and you'd be like, "What the fuck is this from?" His faith got stronger. I mean, I know, Dave, some of the pushback about the Jesus over the last few years, like, fuck it, Christ is king. Fuck you, Ben Shapiro. I mean, what else do you have to defend yourself?
Against demons?
Yeah, there's nothing. You have to pray. That's the only thing. But if you're holding on to idols that have these negative energies on them, you're ushering them into your house.
Well,
it's in the first commandment. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Sure. Look, you can look. I'm not disagreeing or agreeing with you. I'm just telling you what I think you need to do. Like, maybe kill one of your chickens and burn the fucking idols in the same fucking fire.
Oh, never.
No chance.
I would never.
I will get scratched before I kill my chickens.
They're just babies too.
Well, what are you gonna?
You don't understand, right?
What are you gonna do if you wake up one morning and a demon kills all your chickens, David?
Well,
and he did a sacrifice.
Raccoon was out there.
Demon raccoon. Don't worry, I fucked that raccoon up.
A demon trash panda.
It was on the side of their pen, and they were all squawking.
I fucking just ran out there. Fight me, you little bitch, raccoon.
Raccoons are weird, dude.
Raccoons are weird.
It was just hanging there.
And then it went up in the tree, and then it was like fucking just lurking.
They're weird in trees. You know, because you always think they're like
500 times a day for his chickens.
I'm just telling you. Like, just seriously think about it.
I think the statue has saved you.
I think those two stories are completely separate, though.
The only thing that protects you from the devil is a cross in Jesus. Like you can't throw the baby without the bathwater.
I don't understand why people struggle with that, though. Just take the baby out of the water.
I don't think I will.
David, I think the point of the saying is that you're trying to clean the kid. Like, you're trying to clean the kid.
Because you started laughing. I always thought the phrase made no fucking sense.
It doesn't, and that's why I said I don't think I will. Fuck that baby. It can stay.
First of all, why are you throwing the water? Just open the drain. What kind of tub are we in right now? Why are you throwing the baby and the water out? And what are you throwing it into?
David, they didn't always have fucking modern plumbing with drains. Like, don't you understand the saying?
Get a rope. Get a rope. Just joined us. Get a rope. I don't know how much of the show you caught, but you missed a lot. They were talking about demons, paranormal stuff. It was a very different show. Tomorrow never comes, Rajneesh.
Tomorrow doesn't exist. Amen. None of it's real, though.
But Ryan, how can it not exist if I saw it?
You saw it or you remembered it, David?
I saw it.
You remembered seeing it.
I fucking saw it.
All right. That's not how eyes work, David, but I'll take your word for it.
I actually remember things, so I must have seen it.
Well, you didn't.
What did you see?
The freaking house that my mom rented. So when I was, do you not know the story? You might not know the story. I don't tell it a lot. I had a dream before, and I didn't think anything of it, but telling the story twice on the pod's crazy. So my mom got a house, and we were sitting in the kitchen of the house, and I remember, like, it was so vivid. Like, I remembered it so specifically. And I had a dream where I was in a kitchen with my mom that I've never seen before. I don't fucking know why. Just never saw it. And then years later, I was in the same kitchen with my mom. Like, fucking, what the fuck? It was the exact, like, why would I remember this exact, why would I envision, like, this exact thing happening? Like, it's not even possible. I don't know. It was just a weird moment. It, like, freaked me out.
Your mind's outside of time, David. That's how.
Now is the only reality. All else is either memory or imagination.
But what is imagination, bro? Or is imagination thoughts that haven't been brought to fruition yet? Because everything that you walk on, drive, touch, taste was an imagination at one point, and then it became into the real sense. Imagination is more real than reality. And there's no way to disprove that. There's no way to even prove that. Because once again, the thoughts in my head are real to me, but they're not to you. So my imagination is real to me, but it's an imagination to you. We're just caught in a constant feedback loop. Which is why we need things to ground us. Which is why we need God and religion and politics and art and history. Which is why you got to listen to Dave Ryan, December 17th, 73. Catch us on Rumble for the greatest podcast in human history. It's a tight hour. I gotta piss. As always, David, I appreciate you and the reproducers. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Goodbye. Yes.
Choppy. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Internet.
Thanks, bye.